Hi, my name is Jeff Morgan and I'm the director of the Vail Vitality Center. As an avid biker and skier, I understand the demands that are put on our body. And here at the Vail Vitality Center, our health management team is designed to help you reach your goals and stay healthy on the mountain. Come on with me to the club and let me show you a few things that we do here. So what's your favorite sport on the mountain? Mountain biking, hiking, snowboarding, skiing? Well, the one thing we have to do is make sure that we prevent injury and make sure we stay strong on the mountain. Here at the Vail Vitality Center, we have 5 health management tools that we use to help you keep strong on the mountain. We use weight optimization, stress reduction, injury prevention. We look at chronic pain issues. And we also really work with grounding yourself in the mindfulness side of world. It's very important that you pursue all these great things to help you perform great on the mountain. And today I'm going to show you a series of exercises that are going to help you perform like a champion. I'm with one of our athletic trainers, Angela Music, today. We're going to show you a very important core strengthening exercise called the pike. Angela, if you could go ahead and get on the floor. Start in a sitting position with your body very tall. Having the spine straight is key. As she leans back, she's going to engage some of the lower muscles around the waist and the abdominal area. This is very important for skiing, mountain biking, and all sports here in the mountains. If you want to lift your fingertips and point them out in front of you as straight as you can, and then she's going to work into a tilt and lean back, lifting her legs up, and then slowly straightening her legs to where we get this perfect angle here. This is where the core really begins to work hard to stabilize the back, to work into the legs, and really recruit the muscles we use the most on the mountain. Now, for anyone with an injury or just beginning this exercise, we're going to show you a modification that's going to be a little bit easier to get you started. First, we're going to have Angela sit here and her hands are relaxed down to her sides. As she begins to lean back, we're going to place her hands on the floor. Now we're going to lean her back into the same position we started and have her lift her feet off the floor. This position here really is safe and you're in control with your hands on the floor. Now, as you begin to get better at this exercise, let's go ahead and modify it by reaching their hands up straight, and then the full motion by having her straighten her legs out and here. So this is a safe and easy way for you to progress into this full exercise. Injury prevention is one of the biggest things that we focus on at the Vail Vitality Center. Working with medical professionals, the hospital, and really pre- and post-operative patients. If you're just trying to prevent getting surgery, we really have an exercise routine for you. We do a series of tests. It's called the functional movement screening. This helps us determine weak patterns in your body so that if we stabilize weak patterns, the strong patterns don't overtake the body and start causing bad angles, forcing the joint to be crushed, or any of the things that we all deal with. But injury prevention is one of those really tight, fine lines that either you're strength training or you're injury prevention. And we're really not doing strength training to prevent injury. We're trying to understand what exercises are going to stabilize and keep you mobile, and it's key to getting you back to sport quickly. So you'll come in and sit down with one of our professionals and really get a lot out of it. And in 3 workouts, we're going to be able to provide you with an entire routine that will help you prevent the injury, keep you strong and keep you mobile. This exercise is the plank, one of the most accessible and easy exercises to do both at the gym or in your home. It does have a lot of complexity to it. Form is extremely important, and keeping the lower back very flat is key to this exercise. And now we're going to set up the plank, making sure that the shoulders are rolled down the back. The face, head, and neck are neutral to the floor and parallel. We're going to get up on our toes in the back and lift our knees. Bring your pelvis towards your chin, flattening out the back. Use your breaths at this point in time to deepen the squeeze around the core. As we begin to move through this exercise, you will see that the effort is getting larger and larger. You want to maintain this level of effort throughout the plank. Though it looks easy, the plank is one of the most difficult exercises and most beneficial to strengthening your ski season. This is an advanced variation of the exercise we were doing prior. The setup is very important again, making sure the shoulders are back. We're going to go ahead and get up on our toes, tilting the pelvis and flattening the back. We're going to have the fitness expert lift her leg, one single leg straight up. Very important to notice that her toe is pulled towards her chin and the length of her body is as long as it can be. She'll now drop that leg, not losing the tilt, and lift into the other leg, alternating back and forth. Make sure that you do not lose your hip side to side. Keep your hips flat to the floor, keeping the toes pointed towards the chin, alternating back and forth. Hold this for 3 to 5 seconds at the top, and this exercise will be an advanced movement to add to your ski program. Welcome back to MountainFit, and now we're going to get into our next exercise. This is called the weather bird. This is a great exercise for your hips, quads, hamstrings, stomach muscles, and back. It's a really good stabilizer as well as a strengthener. Angela is going to demonstrate again for us. We're going to start with a very, very tall body, and she's going to clench her hips and hold her abdominals very tight. As she begins, she's going to shift her weight to the leg that she's going to stand on. And then she's going to lower her chest to the floor, extending her leg behind her. As she begins to finish the exercise, we see a good contraction in the shoulder blades, reaching the heels straight back with the toes down. This is a great exercise for mountain biking, skiing, golfing, and it creates a lot of safety around the joints and builds a really strong body for all mountain exercises. And now I'm going to show you a modification. If you have an injury or you're just beginning this exercise, here's an easy way to get that done. We're going to start with the same tall position, squeezing the hips, squeezing the abdominals, and as you bow your chest forward, keep your foot on the ground. Keeping the foot unweighted slightly, this is the perfect position and a safe position to get the same type of exercise. Weight management is one of those areas that we understand a lot of the struggles that people have. The yo-yo diets, the gaining 10 pounds after losing 20, and the back and forth, and really kind of guessing at what to put in your body. Our partnership with Sigma Human Performance and Dr. Benjamin Stone has really opened doors that we really didn't know about. And through a very simple testing process, we gather gas and we understand through gas exchange what percentage of fat and carbohydrates your body burns exactly, at what heart rate. So we can perfect an exercise program and a nutrition program that really optimizes the weight that your body has. And we're looking to make you healthier, not just only lose weight. And part of our program is really understanding the individual's fingerprint of the needs. Through this testing process, we gather the information, and within about a 48-hour period, we're able to get someone started on a nutrition program and make them really see what they can do for the rest of their lives. This program is really well spelled out, including recipes, shopping lists, and different things that help you really understand what to put in your body. This is the hamstring ball roll. What you're doing is you're lifting your glutes or your butt up off of the ground by putting pressure into your heels and holding that position. You begin rolling your heels into your middle part of your body, bringing the ball towards your butt and elevating the glutes as high as you can. Maintain this position for at least 3 to 5 seconds at the top, really emphasizing the squeeze of the glutes. Release, keeping the butt off the ground, lowering yourself all the way back, tapping, and restarting the movement. With this exercise, you're maximizing the muscle usage on the posterior side of the body. You're really engaging a lot of muscle from the heel all the way to the lower back, including the abdominals in the front. Stabilizers, your arms and the shoulders are playing a role. They are going to get tight. Keeping the neck loose is very key, and not bringing the exercise up into the weaker pattern of muscle. But your really strong recruiting muscles are the backs of your legs. You're going to feel your hamstrings and your glutes mostly in this exercise. An advanced movement to this exercise would be doing it single leg, raising one leg off, centering the other leg on the ball, creating the same amount of pressure into the leg, lift straight up. And you may not be able to get your glutes as high on this one, but engage your glutes, pull the ball in, keeping the body position very stable, maintaining. Single leg movements is really going to isolate that muscle group that's the ham and glute and stabilize any movement that you're doing on the mountain. Our next exercise involves mobility. That's movement in the joint. So we really are going to show you how to loosen up your hips and your low back for before and after exercise. Angela's going to help us demonstrate, and I recommend that you have a dowel, broomstick, or maybe a dresser to balance on. This makes the exercise a lot more effective. Starting with a nice tall stance, we're going to bring the foot across the knee in front. And then moving down into a seated position, this begins stretching the hips and alongside the leg to really open up the hip joint and get it ready for sport. Keeping the foot flat on the floor and getting that nice angle in the ankle helps with stretching out the calf and also getting that ready for the mountain. This is a great activity before and after you mountain bike, ski, or golf. Now we're going to show you an advanced version of the figure 4 stretch. This is the figure 4 sit. It's an alternating motion used for before and after skiing, mountain biking, or any golf exercise. Angela's going to demonstrate for us. As she crosses her leg over, she's sitting down into this position, keeping her chest very high. Alternating to the other leg, we want to do this about 20 to 30 times for a good, effective day on the mountain. Stress management. Who doesn't need that? A lot of the stresses are different in each person's life. A lot of what we focus on at the Vitality Center is very specific ways to alleviate stress and get it out or rechannel it in your body. One is key because we use therapeutic massage. Everybody knows that once you finish a massage, come on, you're stress-free for whatever moment that is. How else are you going to manage the rest of the day? Or what else are you going to do just besides that moment under the massage? So we look at yoga and meditations, and a lot of times we work with individuals and kind of give them a prescription to really take the transcending path into getting stress out of the body, relieving it, flushing it. Now, one thing that we kind of forget that helps us with stress is nutrition. If we don't eat well, our body is stressed, and that causes other chemical stresses in our body, and we really want to put that in our prescription as well. It's a key component to making sure this is successful to relieve all forms of stress in the body, not just the and the angers that we have, okay? Weight training, it's a great way to pump some iron, get some stress out. And Pilates. A lot of people forget about Pilates, but Pilates is a very calming, fluid motion that helps the body focus and alleviate stress and understand body alignment. So each of these techniques are all based off of individuals' needs. And to be successful, you have to come in. We have to sit with you and really understand what your stresses are, and we'll help you manage them. The side glute lunge. We're going to work through this exercise very slowly. It's very specific where you land your foot and place your foot. As we watch the model move through the range of motion, she's going to lift her foot, place it out straight from her side, and squat into her hip, pausing at this motion, maintaining her hip, back, and head angle, not bowing forward or losing herself. From here, she's going to take the leg that she squatted into and push through the heel, lifting herself back to center. As you alternate side to side, you want to make sure that your body stays very congruent through the motion and that you use your glute and your heel to push off every single time. The benefits of doing the side lunge create stability in the knee and the ankle, two of the most important areas that you tax and work a lot on the mountain. We've been practicing the push-off side glute lunge. An advance to that movement is a pull-together side glute lunge. This activates the inner thighs much more and also includes the glutes through the range of motion. We will see her pull her leg together and not come back to center, but reach out, standing through, pulling the trailing leg. The leg that she's standing on, she is really activating her glute to stand up through the range of motion and bringing her inner thighs into the snap-like standing position that she finishes with. This exercise really stabilizes ankles, hips, and recruits the inner thighs in ski and snowboard terms. Welcome back. Now that you've gone through these series of exercises, you can add them to your fitness routine. The things that we focused on today were stability, mobility, and strength. These are key to keeping you on the mountain, injury-free, and for a long time. Stability, we really focused on the core and the hips, but we also involved shoulder and upper body muscles as well as some lower body. Key areas to help with maybe pole planting or a tennis swing, something along those lines. Two of the exercises that are very important for stability are the weatherbird was one of them, and the plank. The plank is one of the biggest. The reason that the plank is the biggest is that It allows the body to be stable in all exercises, whether you're golfing, skiing, hiking, biking, snowboarding, whatever winter or summer sport that you're doing. The plank is something you can do all the time. Super effective and builds a lot of strength for all exercises. Secondly, we focused on mobility. Remember some of those stretching exercises and movements that we did to move the hips and open them up and get the shoulders moving? Extremely important to making sure you have speed around the joint and stability through high performance activity. A couple exercises that we focused on today were the figure 4 sit and stretch and the hamstring ball roll. These two exercises are fantastic for mobility. If your hamstrings are weak, your body is not very mobile. People overwork the front side of their legs and really underwork the hamstring, which really is the one component that helps with keeping the knee, hip mobile, as well as stabilized. So we really want to focus on how the hamstring helps that mobility through the knee and hip. And finally, strength. We all need to be strong on the mountain, and it's very important. Strength is really building new muscle tissue to support joints, okay? So if we try to do exercises that we focused on today to help support joints, a couple of them that we did today were the pike, which targets an area that supports the lower back. Strength around the lower back is the end all. If you don't have strength around your lower back, every sport is going to be difficult, rough, and challenging for the rest of your life. Finally, the side glute lunge. Of course, we want our hips and our legs to be strong. So let's focus on what this does for you. In a very extreme way, by reaching the body over its threshold, the body has to stabilize and become strong in these patterns. Using the hip, the quad, the lateral aspect of the quad, as well as the opposite inner thigh and other leg muscles to help be strong through this movement is going to allow you to have that strength on the mountain in extreme movement patterns. Do you have these exercises down? Now it's your turn to take action. Come see us at the Vail Vitality Center or try these at home on your own. Do this and you'll be mountain fit and perform to your best all year long.